Alright, here is the deer head. I shot a couple of days ago. They kept it in the freezer, and then I got it last night. Kept it in the garage to thaw out, so let's see how this goes. Okay, well, skinning that thing went surprisingly easy. It's a good knife right there. By $5 at the Home Depot. So I'm gonna work on getting some of that meat and a little bit of the fat off, and then I am going to soak it in dish soap, Dawn dish soap, and water. And I also got this electric George Foreman stand-up grill. Hopefully it works. I got all this at the resale shop for dirt cheap. It's electric, and it's got a temperature gauge on it. I've seen people using propane, and I guess it gets really hot, and I just plug it in and set the temperature, bring it to a slow simmer. So yeah, I'm going to get back to work at cleaning that up a little bit. Lower jaw is still on. I'll probably leave it. Well, I got to take it apart, but well, there's room. I will probably preserve that too. Alright, so I've spent, I don't know, maybe half hour cleaning this thing up. I probably could have done it quicker, but I am trying to find where there's part of the ear canal you gotta bust open, or you gotta break off to get to the brain. Like here's the ear canal. This looks like the base of the spine. I'm not sure if this is the part you gotta break off. These two to get into the brain stem and flush that out. But got the eyeballs out. Those came up pretty easy. And I think I'm gonna soak it in some Dawn and water for a bit. This thing, it's not boiling. I don't think you really want it to boil. You want it hot. I'm going to crank that up to 5. Hopefully it's working. Feels like it's warm. It's not. Yeah, we'll find out. I'm going to plop this in some water. I don't have to worry about antlers because it is a doe. So I think I'm going to plop that in the thing and let it soak. Let that Dawn take grease out of my way. And I think I'm going to go watch some YouTube. Play some video games for a bit. Alright, so continuing on. I've had the little baby deer skull. Soak it in this Dawn and water for about 48 hours. I couldn't do it yesterday, I got busy. But also went over to the Home Depot because I did not own a power sprayer. And I saw these turbojet wands. So I guess this is going to be kind of a product review too. It's no power, you just hook it onto the end of your hose, and apparently there is still a thing called broadcast television that has commercials, because it's got the little as seen on TV thing. Apparently some people still watch TV with commercials. But yeah, let's take this. How nasty is this thing? Looks a little squishy. So I am gonna start spraying that down. Try out this wand. Let you know how it went. If it doesn't go good, I also did get the cheapest Ryobi power sprayer. It was a $100 one. And I think it's 1800 PSI. Well, so if this one doesn't work, I'm going to switch to that. And I will let you know in the next clip. But I should maybe invest in a tripod, huh? What a gimbal too. But we'll see how this goes. I'm gonna get a spraying. Alright, so product review on the Turbojet as seen on TV little hose attachment. It's garbage unless you want to water flowers or something with it. So I pulled out my brand new, what is this? Ryobi 1800 PSI, 1.2 gallons per minute. And hit it with got a little wand. And yeah, I hit it for like 5 minutes with there. I think I might have blown out some of this some of this. I might have blown some of this bone structure out. The YouTube says be careful with that part. So I'm now going to try to scrape some of this loose stuff off. Pull out the cartilage in that nose. Oh, that little turbojet thing, I was able to blow out the brain a little bit. It worked okay for that, but yeah, I don't think it's worth 20 bucks. But yeah, I'm gonna scrape, or grab the little knife and the needle nose, do a little hand work, and then probably spray it some more, and then I guess fire up the grill and boil it. Alright, so I just pulled this out of the water. I just started up the grill, put the cauldron on it. That water's starting to get warm. I just put it in the grill. I forgot to do another scene, but yeah, I spent I don't know, a good 20 minutes scraping and doing a little more power spraying, but I got those earbuds out. I got a good chunk of that nasal cavity out. And now I'm going to plop it in this water for a little bit. That George Foreman grill, it didn't seem to heat up. I don't know if it works on some sort of weird science that I don't understand, so going with the old charcoal grill. These are the things you can do when you don't have a wife. That's the backyard. Alright, so this has been simmering on the grill for, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes. Water didn't get to a boil, which that is a good thing. So I am gonna power spray it a little bit more, scrape it a little more, and see what it looks like after that. Alright, so power sprayer might have been a little bit too powerful. I blew these two bones off the bridge of their nose. I think I'll be able to glue those back in. But, I don't know, this is a very young deer, and this bone is really thin, so I'm hoping if I do a larger deer, some of these bones are going to be a little bit more hardy. But I've got pretty much all the meat and fat and cartilage off. There's a tiny bit, I blew out the back of the head too right there, but I think that'll be fine. Just because if when it's wall mounted, I don't think the kid will see it. And there's a little bit of gook left in that ear canal. I was able to bust out a few more of the ear bones. But I think I am close to ready to peroxide it. I think there's a tiny bit of, this is still warm. I think I'm just gonna let this thing soak a bit more. Not power spray it anymore when it comes out, but and cook some of the last of that schmutz off. And oh, that's my shadow. Sun's about to set. And some walnuts. That might eventually be another video. I got a walnut tree right there next to the brain fart, next to the vineyard. Got some skeletons out for Halloween. And yeah, so I think that's probably going to be about it for today. I think I'm just going to let this sit and cool and pull it out at bedtime and work on, well, yeah, I might work on it a little bit later, but this is probably it for today. Next clip should probably be me putting it in the peroxide. I'm going to bring these in, set those off to the side, because I think they're about ready for peroxide. But that's about it for today, I believe. I'm going to clean up. Alright, so I let that thing cool off in the soapy water, then rinsed it out, and actually that little turbojet thing, that actually kind of came in handy for doing the final rinse. It's a gentler spray. So I may have been a little premature on the negative review of that, but it'll come in handy for various things, but not good for doing the main clean of these skulls. There's a little discoloration inside the thing. I checked it, and it seems like that is just discolored bone. I think I got pretty much all of the meat and fat and tendons off. So next I am gonna go inside, dig out my peroxide, and find a suitable container to put this in, and yeah, then we'll get this thing soaking and whitening up. And yeah, that's about it for now. Alright, so I got the skull and those two other little bone fragments in the bottom of this gallon ice cream bucket. My unplugged electric George Foreman grill that doesn't heat up enough to boil water apparently. It's going to make a sufficient stain. And then for the peroxide I'm just using this Walmart brand hydrogen peroxide. I've used this before. It's a 3% solution. Yeah, this will bleach the carpet. Good thing I have crappy old carpet. And again, benefits of not having a woman around. I can just do crap in my dining room. So I'm probably going to pour this whole quart in there. It's probably not going to fill it entirely. But some of the other YouTubes I've watched, guys use, I think, a 40% hair dye solution and just leave it on there for maybe a half an hour. This, I've done a few smaller skulls and I just leave it in here for a few days because there's only 3%. So I'm just gonna try not to bleach my pants. And fill up that skull. Oh my goodness. Arthritis is kicking in. Hold up. Since I'm just going to do the whole gallon, I'm going to take the lid off. Pour it in. Yeah, notice a couple of those teeth are loose, so I may wind up gluing those in. Alright, and that will just kind of sit and I'll forget about it for a while and then flip it to get the other side. But yeah, probably should be wearing gloves, but this is, I don't know, rinse your mouth with it. Good enough for my teeth, good enough for my fingers. Alright, so probably the next scene will be what it looks like completed. Hopefully it'll look good. Alright, so I did it. The completed European mount on this yearling doe. It's been sitting in the hydrogen peroxide for about a week. And I did wind up diluting it with about another quart of water, mainly just so that it would be completely submerged. Might have gone a little bit quicker, but I think it turned out pretty good. I just finished, I let it dry. I took it out this morning, let it dry, and then I super glued these two bones back in, and some of the teeth were a little bit loose, so I put some super glue on the inside of those teeth to hold those in place. But I think this is a completed European mount. Thanks for watching.